No, where are you
Full
headed?
burqa.
From full burqa. That's good.
No one's going to see my torso.
Where are you headed?
Oh, God. Look, I don't want paparazzi coming after me, all right?
Of course.
Nobody
Sure.
follow me.
Or mamarazzi,
But
any
I'll
of the
tell you.
Razzis.
We have a family vacation that now with all the kids, everybody has kids except for me, we go wherever they go, right?
You
So
got
my
to.
mom, my sister, my brother, his wife, their husband, their kids are all going to the Keys for 5 days. They'll be there for 7. I'm going for 5 because I'm responsible.
Right.
And I can't just leave, right?
Why did you yell that?
Because my brother was like, why can't you just leave on Thursday?
Oh.
Well, because Mike had surgery and we got to do shows.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Did he ask if Rob could come?
And I got Big O and Dukes. And I built a studio.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on.
We were fighting the police this week.
There's too much going on.
A lot of stuff. A lot of irons in the fire.
Yes. Responsibility. So I'm going on Monday.
Nice.
Monday. By the way,
Memorial Day.
quick sidebar. This is a Friday show. Sunday is our Big O and Dukes record release party at Mobius Records, 5 p.m. Be there. If you're into wax.
Can I get a record without going to the party?
I'll get you one.
Attaboy.
So I have that Sunday event, and then I got to go Monday, right? So we're
Right.
going Monday, and because I'm closest to...
Now, that is the federal holiday. Is it cheaper to travel
It
on
is.
that day?
Well, if you're going south, because everybody's coming home,
Right. Okay.
right? That would be cheaper. So because I'm closest to the epicenter, which is my mother and father...
Is that what you're calling the house now?
Yes.
The epicenter.
Of the Ceballos/Santana clan.
Sure.
I'm in charge of my mom, right? So she's going to scoot over to my place around 6 a.m.
You really are describing her like she is like a caged animal. I'm in charge of my mom.
Yeah, I got to get her on a plane.
Sure.
And she's got to ride with Shannon and I to the Keys, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we're leaving, and I'm glad you brought up Summer, and I don't even know where you're going with the story. I'm just going to...
You know what? Talk,
riff.
baby.
I
Talk,
apologize.
baby.
There's a big to-do because we're not going to Key West. Because
Right.
that would be appropriate, right? To
Right.
go, and that's where I would really want to go. My brother, oh please, I hope they don't listen to this. My
don't.
brother, my sister, my family chose a key in between Key West and Miami.
So the Florida Keys, correct me if I'm wrong, because I only have a
It's 3 hours of little islands to Key West.
little guys that are at the end of Florida. When you go to the tip and you get to the ocean, then there's the islands, and each island is a key, and these are
Yes.
the Florida Keys.
Yes.
All right, I'm with you.
So when I heard we're going to the Keys, I assumed Key West. I was like, oh, I've been down there. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of drinking,
Yeah.
a lot of hurting of kids, or my mom watching them while we all go out. And what I realized is we're not going to Key West. We're going to, and look, this is not me complaining about a vacation.
Yeah, of course.
Of course not.
This
You're not
is
going to that really rough island, are you?
this is me
Key my car?
complaining about the location that was forced upon me for the vacation.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Yes.
And I'm not saying you were begging. I'm just saying you're not in the driver's seat.
I'm not,
And
right?
you're also
and
not a
I love my
priority.
family.
You do?
I want to hang out with them.
And they're very fond of you.
Yes.
But you're not in the driver's seat because you don't have kids.
And I'm the youngest, and
Yes.
they think I have no cares in the world.
That's true. Devil may care.
Yeah.
The
And-
will o' the wisp of the bounding man.
So we got to land in Miami. I got to figure out which TMOS is going to drive us to the mid key we're
Is
going
that-
to. It's an hour and a half from Miami International Airport.
Is it a Sternberg factory?
Well, he's offered, but I haven't figured out what kind of vehicle he'll be driving us in.
Well, there's not much room, but you can have the front seat.
If it's a
got a very
minivan, I
good
think there's
deal
room
on
for
it.
the three of us, right?
Maybe you
But
could
if
pay
we're
for
all
gas.
jumping in a Tercel, I might as well get a lift.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yes.
True enough.
What is a Lyft going to cost me? And Lyft is a sponsor of this show. I'm
Right.
willing to pay for it. I have actually lifted.
Use the code.
I've lifted from here to Dallas Airport. I've lifted from here to BWI.
Sure.
I think my lift from here to BWI, from Washington, D.C. proper, how many miles do you think that's north?
That's probably 25.
Okay, how much? So 25 miles, right?
Yeah.
But 50 minutes in traffic.
Sure.
Right? If you know, with no traffic, 50 minutes.
Right.
A good hour to get there.
I think so.
My lift cost me, if I'm not mistaken, $38.
You can't park that cheap.
Right?
Oh my God.
I want to just go to BWI
Yeah, that's
for
how much it
lunch.
cost. Shannon was hemming and hawing about driving me, and then I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to my app later.
That's
incredible.
Yeah.
Was it like a simpleton
It
driver?
was the economy. You
That's
just roll with the cheap guy.
That's fantastic,
Yeah.
man.
Amazing.
Do you think that those are the rates in Miami? Because I got Adam Sternberg, by the way, is a listener, a wonderful guy from the show, right?
The best.
But I don't know if Mama Santana is ready to be exposed to the masses.
I think if you could, Adam, and you and I are very close, text a picture of your vehicle.
Yeah,
to
I need a
Oscar.
make and model before I decide if I'm gonna let you drive me and
want
my
a shot of the
family
interior as
to
well?
vacation. Yes,
Yes. I think
and I
that
want
might
it
be-
vacuum and waxed
Yeah,
before you come pick us up.
Yeah, clean out the console, and I want a working air
Yes.
conditioning.
Monday's a work day though. He may be working. Yes, Ashley.
Do you mean you want the car waxed or do you want wax?
Oh no.
You want him waxed?
Yeah, we
don't
got
have
Adam waxed.
We don't have time for that, and I did that in. Oh God, it's all over the place. Okay.
Just a second,
yes.
Oscar. We do have a show planned. We'll get to it in a
Yes.
moment. All right.
So my girl said that we're going to the beach essentially, right?
Sure.
Actually, I don't even know there's a beach. Because I just looked
Really?
I looked at the resort and
It's
I said,
a tiny island. It's going to be
yeah,
so
but Key
much
West
water.
only has like one beach.
Yeah.
But it's not on you have to take a little ferry to the beach. Look, the Keys are like the Bermuda Triangle. You don't know what you're going to get, right? Except for humidity and hot.
You mean, do you feel you're in physical danger from the supernatural?
No, I just don't know if there's going to be anything fun to do outside hanging out with my family.
Are you comfortable
Which is
releasing the name of your key?
I think it's La Isla Morada.
So the island Murata.
Yeah, the Purple Island.
Is that what it means?
I think.
Oh,
Yes.
the engorged island.
Yes. And
I'm sorry.
none of us have been there before. They just did the whole we'll figure it out on the program, right?
Yeah. There almost has to be a beach.
Yeah, there has to be. Well, I don't even know. Regardless, but my girl's like, all right, you do what we men do. What I guess some men do. What girls do, like do your wax, do all that
Sure.
stuff, right?
Get ready.
And for
I
guys,
had my eyebrows done.
depending on
Oh,
how
they look
hairy
great.
you are or what you have, like you either trim down, try to get everything controlled, right? Now, the reason why I bring this up,
Is it so bad that you can only try to get it under control?
I thought, when I was younger,
It's
I
a
used to have
battle.
my chest waxed, right?
Yes, this is true.
And that's not something I think I can do these days anymore.
How hairy
Why not?
are you on your chest?
I'm not that hairy.
You
Let's see it.
No.
Not that much.
Hey,
Not that
all right.
much.
You two,
Huh?
settle down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I've had my back waxed, I've had my chest waxed, and I actually had my back lasered,
Speed waxed.
I had my back lasered as well.
and it took a lot of
Wait,
treatments.
was it part of the radio station promotion?
course,
Oh, yeah,
of
that's what I
course.
got. I got my tuchus lasered as well.
Oh,
Did you know about that?
I did not.
Crack and all.
Peaks and
Crack
valleys.
and all.
Yeah.
And if you're suffering from Harry's,
The top.
get cracking all.
The top. Lasered.
Yeah.
You do not know real pain until you've gotten a Brazilian.
I don't think I'll ever know that, but I appreciate you that you're making the effort you are. I think all men do. And women. Look, I'll say this. That the laser is something I would look into again.
Okay.
Because now, do you have hair on your back anymore?
Yeah, you know what happened is that because
It grows back after a while, right?
Well, I've got that Spiewak hairy build, and I'm not
That's
going to.
the
I'm
show
not,
title?
I'm
Yep.
not going to
do you?
disappoint the ladies by
How
showing
much
them my
hair
back.
do you have on your back? I don't know this. This is fascinating to me.
Enough that I
Like
could go
enough. Okay, what about this?
Through, it could go for. It looks like your chest,
Oh no!
but it's not as dark. But it's there. But you see, after 6 laser treatments, and all it did was sort of help it. That's not good.
Yeah, I think that
Because
there,
when we
I
started,
think the
it was,
technology
ladies,
has come
look
along.
away. Look away. When we started, it was like that.
That's bear. That's that's grizzly
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
not bear,
Yes,
B-A-R,
yes.
C-A-R-E.
Grizzly. Yes.
Yeah. I mean-
Okay, you can look now. It's away.
Yeah.
It's away.
I
Don't put it
could-
away.
God.
It's
I
away.
could
Don't put it away.
I could do cornrows.
See, the only reason, again, we had a promotion through a radio station. It was just absolutely, somebody had to do it. And it worked out in the long run because I had a fuzzy butt then. Now I don't have a fuzzy butt, right?
Fuzzy
Done.
butt.
It's gone.
Also a good show
And my
name.
girlfriend at the time was like, you should just get your butt done. And I was like, all right, fine.
I did my. Did you do yours on air?
I know I did. No, I actually would go and then talk about that when I get back.
I did the first one on air, and the 5
Yeah.
follow-ups I did.
I had a
in
little
privacy.
patch on my back and lower back. That's gone. It's held up pretty nice.
And the patch on his back was called La Isla Morita.
Yeah, the Isa Morada was on my
Whatever
back.
it was. Yeah.
But my girl is trying to convince me now
Right.
to go back and get laser on my chest.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
What is she signaling to me?
That she wants you to be sort of a more modern man.
I feel like the hair on my chest says I'm a man.
Yeah.
Right?
I got no problem with my
No?
chest.
No.
No!
No, hairy chests are gross.
What?
I'm a lesbian. I can't have this.
Emmy.
I can't have this conversation.
Well, I would think if, being a
Gross.
lesbian, a hairy chest would be.
Oh my God, they
You wouldn't
both think
encounter
it's
it very much.
gross.
Really? Millennials.
What about hairy backs?
Ew.
That is it.
right.
That is all we had to talk
All right,
about.
I'll tell you what, let's start the show. I really did have a topic, I promise.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
May I say one word? Matt, I just interject one concept at this juncture? You're looking for somebody for Memorial Day weekend. My blind xylophone player, okay? The man would be perfect for your room.
Forget it.
He's a fantastic individual.
My hotel gets
Really.
old Jewish people. They're blind. They ain't gonna pay to see a blind guy.
How about Herbie Jason's birds? Herbie Jason's birds. They're little birds. They peck tunes out on a piano. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, all right, what about my one-legged tap dancer? Take him for a weekend. My one-legged... All right, my one-armed juggler.
Not for my hotel.
All right, what about Lou Canova? Lou Canova, my Italian singer, would be great.
Lou Canova's a dumb, fat, temperamental has-been with a drinking problem.
Jesus, what about Eddie Clark's penguin? That's a perfect Eddie Clark and his penguin. The penguin skates on the stage dressed as a rabbi. It's hilarious. The penguin's got a beard like a...
I'll tell you what, Denny. Give me Sonny Chase. He's the best act you got. He's fast, he's funny.
I don't handle Sonny anymore.
Since when?
I don't want to badmouth the kid, but he's a horrible, dishonest, immoral louse. And I say that with all due respect.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Rob.
Hot stuff.
Hot stuff.
Hot stuff for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. Woo! That's quite enough of that.
Shake it up.
I'm just trying to...
Shake it up.
They really insulted us.
No, it put us in our place. Like, it really, they both, and we're talking about our two female interns that are in their, like, 20s, right?
Yes,
I would
of
say.
course, yeah.
I would say, they're all under 25, and they really put us in our place when they said, ew, and I wish someone would isolate Emmy's ew, because
Yeah.
it was so...
Pure.
It was so pure and innocent,
Yeah.
but raw.
Yeah.
Stung a little bit.
It hurt.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what we get. That's what we deserve.
Yeah, you know
when
what?
we think we're better than we are.
Waxing
Absolutely.
hurts too. So no matter what, it's going to hurt. It's a lose-lose. Live from the Pfeiffer Studios in our nation's capital, this is The Mike O'Mara Show. The Mike O'Mara Show is a worldwide podcast and radio show with loyal listeners who get it. And if you're here, you are in the know. We are on air, on demand, and heard 24/7 on the new TMOS app. Update it now and get our show all day, every day. You owe it to yourself. And you can call us anytime. 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. The Mike O'Mara Show is on right now. Oscar,
Yes.
5-4 Club.
5-4 Club.
Love it. This is a subscription clothing service for guys. And Oscar and I each got a box for them this week. And when I opened it, the thing that I think surprised me the most is how great the clothes feel just to touch them. You can feel the
Yeah.
quality when they come out of the box.
And look, for some of you guys out there that kind of don't want to deal with this, and that's completely fine.
Yeah, it's a
right?
hassle.
Yeah, you're just like, I'll just take what I get or whatever. And if wives or girlfriends are listening right now, you could make the small investment to update your man's wardrobe simply by having clothes delivered to their home on a monthly basis that fits and looks great on them.
Maybe the guy's simple. He doesn't even know it's happening.
Yeah.
You're just bringing in a few items at a time.
It's also curated. So
Yes,
it's not
it
like
is.
they just willy-nilly throw something in a box.
No.
They figure out your style with you, and then they throw it your way.
Yeah, you see, looking good doesn't need to cost a fortune, and 5-4 Club is revolutionizing the way men shop. And here's how it works. Each month you get a curated box of 2 or 3 items that are handpicked to match the current season and your style preferences. They've been helping men with fashion for over 15 years, and they ship to over 100,000 men every month. They know what they're doing. So if you don't know, that's cool. 5-4 Club will help you build your wardrobe 1 month at a time, which is important because when you look good, you feel good. And you get $120 worth of clothes for $60 a month with no commitments. You can pause or cancel at any time. And as a 5-4 Club member, you also receive up to 50% off items from their online store, and you get access to exclusive members-only items, free shipping, and size exchanges.
Yes.
It is a great outfit.
Boom, bam, can't go wrong.
When we talk to them, they're great people.
Yeah, and they've been around forever.
Yeah.
So trust me, this isn't a willy-nilly run-of-the-mill, fly-by-night operation. They've been doing this right for some time now.
So what you do is this. You go to 54club.com right now and enter the promo code TMOS, and they'll give you 50% off your first month package and a free pair of sunglasses. 50% off at 54club. That's FIVEFOURCLUB. 54club.com and promo code TMOS. You will never look back. Great stuff. Glad to have them aboard. Okay, so obviously we need to rethink our hair situation.
Oh my God.
I know. I got hair where I don't want it, and where I could use it, I ain't got it.
Yeah, I think maybe we really put all this pressure on women to do this stuff.
Right.
And I can't believe I'm saying this because I feel like I do enough work. That
as do I.
Well, would it be that hard for guys to be like, all right, just to ask their girl and say like, would you prefer this or do you prefer this? It's not that much.
No,
right?
No, I don't think Carrie's ever cared enough to even offer an opinion. I know that. I mean, obviously today I didn't even take time.
It's hilarious.
I didn't even take the time to shave for you guys. So I mean,
yeah, it's tough.
It is tough sometimes. So well, we'll look at with the summertime coming, maybe something bold, something new. Please. All right. I congratulated my son on the bonus show this week on licking the pavement.
Yeah,
and
$55.
I don't want to leave
anything.
Don't want to leave my daughter out of it. I haven't talked about Julia in a little while.
Julia Gulia.
And I want to do a follow up to something we talked about, I guess, a couple months ago. First of all, the spring musical at her high school was Sister Act, and she was not interested in the performing end of it. But she did run sound. And what is so cool for me is, I essentially, for better or worse, run sound for this show.
Yes.
And without me pushing her in that direction, it makes me feel about 10 feet tall that's what she chose to do.
Usually,
and did a great job.
When my father was in public health, right?
Yes.
And he I would say, literally was saving lives when he'd be deployed somewhere around the country, right? Or really around the world.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking as a kid, and I feel horrible to this day, that I hated my dad's job because it took my father away for such a long time.
Yes.
So I feel like that's just kind of what he does.
That's why I hated the divorce.
But I didn't really learn to respect it,
right?
Or understand the scope of work that he was doing until I would say my late 20s.
There's a saying that it's amazing how much your parents learn from when you're 20 to when you're 25, because that's when you start appreciating what they know.
He was a diplomat for the World Health Organization in Mexico, right? That is just a piece of the pie of his career. It's nuts. So in my eyes, the idea that I could see what you're saying, that your kid would be into what you're actually doing or have some parallel.
Yeah, and there's been
amazing.
very, very few moments where...
I mean, you never dyed your hair purple.
No. And it's blue right now.
Okay.
But it's lovely.
Yes. Another week, another shade.
You know how it's working out now. She has a job babysitting for a hairdresser.
Oh,
so it's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And she's got to babysit a lot to make this work. I think she's got to send this lady out 3 nights a week. But there have been...
Are they trading out?
They literally are.
Oh my God, the Spiwax. Always maneuvering.
Crafty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She gets around.
Saved you cash.
Yeah, true enough.
Right.
It saves me getting out of the situation. I say, who is that child with orange hair? Why, it's my daughter. Again. But there have been very, very finite instances where what I do comes in handy for them. One time, Robert had a project for a music class, and I helped him edit some songs.
Oh, cool.
And really, he said, Dad, you're really good at this. I was like, well, it's what I do.
Yeah.
So when
no one's ever going to do that for me.
When you feel... No, they will.
No, my kid's going to hate me. I know it already.
You know what? You know when it's going to happen?
Why?
And I know you say
it's because I'm going to be the heavy.
No.
I'm going to beat him.
Someday, that's
Don't
good,
do
Bing.
that.
That's sweet. Someday, you're going to host a talent show.
Oh, no.
You're going to be called in to MC
That's
something
low
at
rent.
school.
I won't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. I respect myself too much.
You cannot put yourself in a situation.
This talent only comes for free for friends. Like Dominique Foxworth. I know you're listening.
Guess what? Everyone in that audience is a friend.
Oh, no.
You're going to be...
look, if it
you're going to get rooked into
when
it.
I'm asked, I'll tell you when I'm asked.
Okay.
All right. I'd rather give you some money that I don't have
Yes.
and pretend like I'm busy.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, okay, we'll
Because there's a lot of pressure.
You've done your work. I know we make fun
But-
of you all the time for these talent shows. You've worked enough to get into the fabric of this
And
community.
Julia is past being embarrassed of me
Yes.
doing that.
She's
there
proud
was a
of it now.
time. Well, she's not proud. Somewhere between proud and embarrassed.
She's
is what-
tolerant.
She's tolerating
Okay.
me. But here's what I want to brag on Julia. Do you remember when we talked a couple months ago that she filed an application for the technical school?
Yes.
Monroe Tech. in
By
Loudoun County.
technical, we're not talking about Lincoln Tech. It's not a trade school.
No,
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 it's
no.
not a trade
Yeah,
school.
which is
What-
no, there's no. I mean, we all need that trade in general could pay the bills.
Absolutely.
Right?
God, I wish I had a kid that could fix air
Oh,
conditioners.
yes.
Oh my God! I used to actually want to go to like a summer camp for HVAC
Yes.
to learn about it.
And then he spent the rest of his life podcasting and repairing rifles.
So what you essentially told us is that this is, and it's funny we even talk about this. We have some inside baseball as far as
Sure.
these programs are concerned. I remember when I was a kid, there was an IB program that I got into in Montgomery County, and then there was a magnet program that's still prominent in the Montgomery County school system in Maryland.
Right. And so Julia, we did the tour, and she was interested in
What
two-
county?
This is Loudoun County.
Okay,
it's
Virginia.
called Monroe Tech, and it's very highly regarded. And they only take a few kids from each high school.
It's
that
like
feed it.
fame for creatives.
Well, fame for, and there are carpentry and there is
Woodworking.
electric stuff. I mean, this is
Nice.
career-oriented stuff. So
Maybe
if
they
you wanted
can
to
make
go,
us some furniture.
if you wanted to go in that area, they do that. But they also service the creative arts. Now, what Julia was impressed with on the tour, at first she was impressed with video production until they showed the literal workbook that looked like an elementary school workbook about how to produce television.
Oh, and she's like, I know how to do this.
And yeah, like ripping out pages.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
says, Dad, that seems sort of simple. I said, Julia, it is.
Not
It-
everybody has a computer, and Daddy don't give you everything.
So it's not exactly how I phrased it, but it's what I implied. But the
Want
most
this $400 software? All right, we'll go in debt for it.
what the most impressive thing they have in this, and this is an old school that they've converted into the technical school, is communication. They call it graphic communications.
Oh, it's
With posters and signage, and they actually can print T-shirts and all these, and they have the real huge machines in the school. And
Oh,
the
that's
kids
cool.
not only get to design and learn
run your own business.
how
out
to
of that
design
thing.
it and run the machines.
Get the keys.
This is the one part of the tech school where they actually have customers and clientele.
Yeah, see, there we go.
So they
Working within the community, with the community.
So not only are they learning how to design and actually build these signs and everything,
they're doing real work.
They are.
Yes.
And we found out this week
It's like a work release program.
Yeah.
Julia was accepted for graphic communication.
Yeah!
And I am so proud of
Julia
her.
Jellybean makes good.
Because, she got one in the plus column.
Yeah.
I am so proud of her because it is extraordinarily competitive, and I saw how much work she did on her application.
That's effing
She has
awesome,
to
man.
sell
Congrats.
herself to do it.
Are you beaming?
I am beaming. And
Nice.
it's so neat because
You think little Robert's going to lick the t-shirt press?
yes, I do.
Can you imagine him just visiting her at school and be like, can I lick that?
Yeah, it's like,
$50.
Hey, how does that sign taste?
$50.
$50. Nobody hollers.
There's no
He's
lead in that
strong.
paint, right? We're good.
So the way it works, he's very strong. He
Yes.
could move the press.
Yes, he could.
He could not operate the press. What is so cool is that she will still be going to her anchor high school every day, and then I think it's 2 days, then 3 days, then 2 days a week. It alternates. They bus her over there for half a day.
Do you have to shell out some cash for this place?
It is all covered by
That
the
is
county.
awesome. See, taxes, people, they work.
As a matter of fact, and she'll be earning money for the county
Yeah.
when they do the posters for all the Leesburg
Free
events
labor.
and stuff. But this is something I
Indentured
don't
labor.
get a chance to say
Yes.
very much. I'm very proud of you, Julia, because you worked very hard to get there.
We are too.
And I think that's awesome.
Hear, hear.
That's
And,
great, man. I'm going to
Robert,
take back
step it up.
everything everyone says about you and your parenting skills. Like the people that went out of their way to call you a rube, to call you irresponsible, to all those things. Remember today.
Most of those things were mostly said by you, Oscar.
Well, yeah.
Excuse me.
But you know what? I'll take it if you're giving it. So bring it.
All right, Schmosker. Rob has done a yeoman's job of raising his kids.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
So congratulations. man.
I'm very, very proud of them. And as I said, come on, Robert, something. Give me something.
I think he'll invent something.
He might.
Like that's the type
Yeah.
of kid that will invent something. If he's already making cash, At
He's
14?
industrious.
Yeah.
I mean, I still blow pops, and I got busted by school.
You
But-
too?
Oh, of course.
They added a rule to the Fairfax County rule book for what I used to do.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know about the rule. I just knew that if I went to what it was, it wasn't Target, it wasn't Walmart. There was another like run of the mill shop.
Sure.
That would give you buy
Zare? No way!
Yes!
Oh, no.
blow pops you could buy in a box, and
Yeah.
I did the math. I remember you could make money off of it. A lot of sweaty quarters, probably not hygienic.
Well, just real quick, and this is a long enough
Yes.
song, I can do this in 30 seconds. My family was in a bowling league because Big Daddy was a pro bowler, so
Yes.
they were bowling. The snack bar at the bowling alley had big square lollipops for a dime, and I bought them all and took them to school and sold them for a quarter. And I do remember,
Man, 150% profit.
I do remember overhearing
that.
a teacher saying, "Why is the Spiewak kid carrying a briefcase?" And the other teacher
Oh
said,
my God! Like you were doing business, you
Said-
dork.
"It's full of lollipops." And the other one said, "Oh, okay." Because I'm sure he thought I was eating all the lollipops.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
by the way, when you run a little business like that, you run it like a bodega. Like there's not an open sign on it. You just have them in your backpack and sling them out with the cash.
It was a
trench
long
coat.
time ago.
Yeah.
It was Wild, Wild West, Oscar. There were no
Briefcase.
rules until
He's
I
got
got caught.
a bow tie, suspenders, and a briefcase. Freshman year.
Let me
Step
talk to you
right up.
about lollipops.
Hey, can you guess under which peanut undershell has the peanut under it? The hand is quicker than the eye. Follow the walnut shell. All right. When we come back, we got something fun to talk about regarding coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee
Ooh.
talk.
Coffee talk.
For Memorial Day weekend. It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Dan O'Brien says he's built like a linebacker.
Built exactly like a linebacker. Hey, you know what? Let's pause for a second. I just realized we can really verify that
Yes.
statement. Why don't you go stand right by Dominique and let's see if a real pro football player describes
Yes, someone
you
that's played in the league.
as built like a linebacker.
I mean, is a linebacker different? Like maybe there's another meaning.
No. He's thinking from the professional football.
American football?
Yes.
Yes.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Bonus.
A magical bonus show this
Magic.
week.
Yes.
Do not miss it because Dominique Foxworth does a Bob Hope like walk on. He just shows up.
So
it was
talented.
amazing. So great. We had a good
So
time.
much
So
fun.
do not miss it. And also the magic of suspense.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, I want to tell you this. If you are even thinking about buying a house, listen to me now. Rates are still low and inventory is low. So, fast approval on your financing gives you the edge you need to get the house you want. Really, time is an issue.
Time is money.
Our friends at Cornerstone First Financial will be able to get you through the finance process quickly, and even more importantly, they'll do it easily. They take on all the work for you and get you the best rate possible. And thanks to current rates, now is a great time to buy. But you might be thinking, buying makes sense, but what if you're not sure? Again, Cornerstone First Financial will be able to tell you when you're ready to buy, and once you're ready, they'll get you there fast. Not only are they the guys, they're our neighbors.
Yes.
We share office space
Yes.
with them. We love these fellows. They are also the best to get you financed. They handled Oscar's mortgage and treated him like a king.
Again, I'll say this 10 times if I have to make myself clear. They did it at a time where I was going through business school. I just got engaged. I was in the depths of so much work, and I said, can you get this done for me where it's at least painless? And they did. They did it within a time crunch, and they made sure I got the best rate, and they made sure I closed on time. You cannot go wrong.
Did they also approve the marriage?
They don't do that type of work, Rob.
All right. You can always ask an opinion. It
They
couldn't
made sure I
hurt.
got the box.
Click
that
their-
box. I mean the house.
Click their banner. Click the box.
Check that box.
That's right. Tick the box, and the box is Oscar's
Yes.
house. Click the banner on our website or call Cornerstone First Financial at 202-625-1221. Mention TMOS and receive a free appraisal at closing. That's cornerstonefirst.com/TMOS or call 202-625-1221. Remember that website, cornerstonefirst.com/TMOS. Licensed in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, and Florida. Cornerstone First Financial, personal attention from application to closing.
Oh, yeah.
This is a fun day because not only are you looking at a long weekend, love Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start to summer, but also we have a full house of interns today.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is here. I know Adrian is here, Emmy is here, and Ashley is here. Have we discussed ever Ashley's other job?
I think in past we would have mentioned it. The beauty about our internship program is that they're flexible hours, right?
Right.
You're talking about maybe a morning for most, maybe two times a week. So people usually have jobs outside of this,
Right.
or they have responsibility outside of this program. Some internships take your whole day, so you can't really flex that schedule.
True enough.
Somehow, and I think this is pretty industrious on Ashley's side, she's found a job in the building.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
she's now a barista at Starbucks.
So cool.
And it's fun for me to walk in on the weekends when I'm here in the studio,
Right.
and see her because I'm like, oh, this
There
is,
she is.
a
I know
little
that
weird,
girl.
but fun because she's on the other side of the counter now, right? And
Right.
she's super sweet every time, but it gives us an inside look because what I know about Starbucks is, essentially what's on the menu and then the case studies I've read in business school. But to hear her talk about it off air,
I love
is
it.
fascinating.
It is because,
right?
who doesn't have some sort of Starbucks element to their life?
Yeah.
I mean, this is, when I was a kid, it was, could we go to 7-Eleven? Now my kids, can we go to Starbucks?
I've heard it from my niece and nephew.
I need a toasted
Yeah.
Gouda melt. Who are you anyway? But this is a survey I found this week. Which coffee place has the most caffeine in their coffee?
Ooh, this has been in the news, I imagine.
And
simply
my
because-
initial thought, it has to be Starbucks.
I would say
McDonald's.
that the caffeine factor would probably be a Sheetz.
You know what?
And
That's
the
a
reason
good
why
call.
I would
That's a
think
good
that
call.
is, and I haven't seen the list, so I don't know,
Right.
is because if you are a coffee shop,
Yeah.
you have to have different degrees of coffee you're offering, whether it be the caffeine that comes with it.
Almost like a
Yes,
microbrew.
but if
And
you're
you're in it for
doing
flavor.
if you're in it for just a quick stop and go,
Mm-hmm.
it'd have to be some sort of convenience store.
All right, you want to weigh in?
Okay, so is it referring to just the drip coffee? Because we have 3 different types of drip coffee with 3 different caffeine levels.
Buy a schedule.
Yeah, this isn't a big commercial. No, but I see what she's
Like,
saying.
it's-
But I don't
I
think
don't know
I think that you can't compare the two for the reason I just said is that you have such a diverse menu as far as coffees and type of coffee and how it's served.
Yeah,
that it's
actually,
hard to compare.
I can actually address this.
Okay.
'Cause this is a survey that came from BuzzFeed, and what they did is they
BuzzFeed!
they went to all these different places, and in every place they bought 24 various cups of coffee, and then took the meat.
Oh, nice.
So here's what they did: the most caffeine, and you know what? I really do like their coffee. 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that makes sense. Convenience
7-Eleven
store.
has the most caffeine in their coffee of any national chain. Starbucks is second. Any guess for third?
Oh God. So 7-Eleven, Starbucks, Sheets.
McDonald's.
Damn it.
And at number 4, not only does it have the 4th most caffeine, it also tastes like Noxzema. Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee snob. I should be because I've been drinking coffee since I want to say 4 or 5. 'cause
Right.
It's part of my culture.
Yeah.
I think I should have been 6 feet tall, but it didn't work out because all that stunting of growth of the caffeine. and
Yeah,
stuff.
of course. I drank coffee as a little kid.
Yeah, we'd sit around and have like some bread and coffee and table topics,
Sure,
right?
good stuff.
Caffeine in general, though, if we'd be remiss if we didn't mention about that kid overdosing on caffeine.
Right.
Is this a story that comes
Todd
in?
was really worried about that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Does this come after the fact? Does this come is this story fresh after that to let you know like where
No,
you
I
can and
think
cannot
this
go?
is. I think this is just. I don't think
Big
they're
coffee
related.
pushing.
I don't know that it's big coffee. I think it's just. It might be big 7-Eleven when you get down to it.
Because they're the winners.
They are.
That would be
they
the
come out to
press.
one- Because also keep in mind what you get at 7-Eleven for $1.09 is $4.
The story I read is that if you have some sort of a predisposed arrhythmia risk, which would be your heart basically
Everybody quiet, I'm
stuttering,
listening.
right? Or not stuttering. It basically would
Irregular beat.
it would trigger that irregular beat, and you'd have an issue, right?
Right.
What I would like to ask Ashley is, what's the most caffeine you can get in a Starbucks coffee?
Yeah. What's
how would I
the
order
most
that?
intense?
I mean,
A double espresso?
Oh.
Espresso. There's no X. You drink.
Espresso
Double
is the
espresso.
fastest drink.
Yes.
Double espressos are a joke. The
Joke!
Yeah.
Hey, that's what
okay.
we do. We tell jokes.
Yes.
Okay.
Waka.
The most caffeine you can get is a Java chip frap with.
Frap.
Yeah, it's a Java chip frap because there's caffeine in the Java chips in the coffee. But you can also add affogato shots, which are Rosetta shots, which are pulled longer, and so they have more caffeine in them.
I got
There's
nothing.
someone at
What
home right
kind
now
of
with
shot?
And then
that's just super excited about
you could do
this.
like up to 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. You can do as many as you want.
You know what you should do is buy one of
And-
those and then go to Einstein Brothers because now they're selling a caffeinated bagel.
Because
then-
of the shots?
Well, not
The
just
shots,
because of
I mean,
shots.
the pulls on the shot from the machine give you a longer stream of caffeine into the
yeah, 'cause
frap.
it pulls longer, so it's like more bitter.
Oh,
and
man.
Oh,
but
it's
then you
well,
can-
it's stronger coffee.
Yeah, but then you can also add matcha powder to that, which is super caffeinated. It's like super caffeinated green tea, all mixed together.
Probably not something that needs to be done, though, if
No.
you've got an arrhythmia, right?
Yeah, I'd say you
It
take
looks
about a
like-
tablespoon of that. You
Some
just
people
start,
don't know.
It
Start
does
sweating.
look like poop.
Okay, that's good to know.
Isolate that.
What's this? Is there, and this might be a dumb question, probably is there a type of coffee that is the strongest?
Out
Just
of
one
the-
coffee.
Out of the drip coffees?
Yes,
The blonde roast.
that is the strongest.
That's the
This
one,
blonde was so stupid.
Which is funny because it's the lightest tasting, but no, it has so much caffeine in it.
Really?
Wow.
Because I would
Why?
think like a Pike Place or the darker the coffee. It's not. You know,
Yeah,
it's.
no.
For example, do you know that Guinness is not as caloric as some lighter beers?
Really?
You would think Guinness would be like.
Oh, but
the,
I feel like I just
Yeah.
drank a Big Mac every time I take a Guinness.
know because it's full of tar.
Ah, got
But
it. Got it.
it's not as caloric as you would think.
I look at the Guinness on the right at the right day, right time. Awesome.
Oh, the
Winter
best.
time, you can't go wrong. Let me ask you this:
A
Do
black
you
and tan.
do you
Great
know
records too.
do you know which one of those coffees comes from the furthest distance as far as whether it's Ecuador or Costa Rica
Oh, I thought you
or
meant from
Thailand?
the cash register.
I mean, of the ones we have now,
What's the most exotic?
we have ones from Ethiopia and Kenya.
Whoa!
Those are the I don't.
Have
they
you
have
tried
so
them?
Many. I've tried the one from Kenya. The one from Kenya is really good. But I
It's
haven't
Barack
tried the
Obama
Ethiopian
is
one.
what
They
it's
haven't.
called. I think.
Ah, good call. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, of all the coffees that you
Kenya.
have, when you
I like
have
some Kenyan. Can I go in and ask Kenyan coffee?
It's like a. It's a
Can
ground.
you
You
get
go-
me one?
It comes as whole bean coffee, and then we just grind it for you, so
Okay.
you can make it at home.
My parents are such snobs that when my dad would come home from whatever country he was in, he would bring tons of coffee with him. Yes. Now probably not legal, but he had
I mean, like big canvas sacks.
like a suitcase full. But he would not
suitcase full of coffee.
But they would never check his bags because of his UN passport.
Oh, so he could
Probably-
get through.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Statute of limitations probably.
Now,
Statute of
as a
limitations probably.
barista, what is the drink you hate to prepare the most?
Great question.
Usually it's frappuccinos, just because they take long. I liked them at first, and now they drive me crazy. But
Why
out
did you
of
like them at first? Because it was like
Because
fun.
they're tasty and they're fun to make.
Like this person's a
But-
fun person.
They came out with this thing called a s'mores frappuccino, and it is about 10,000 steps to get this stupid frappuccino set up, and it's gross.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hate it.
Can you describe the setup process?
Okay, so you have
Why is it when Pony asks a question, it sounds like we're
so
watching Law and
creepy.
Order?
I know. I need to know.
it's frap roast, then milk, then you put it in
operations
a
guy.
blender, and then you put ice in it, then you have to put vanilla in it. Coffee flavored syrup, which is not even coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Blend it, and then you have to put marshmallow cream at the bottom, and then you have to put
That's a lot of work.
milk chocolate, and then you put it down there, or put the actual frappuccino
Yes.
in
Yeah.
there, cover it in whipped cream, and then put graham crackers on it.
The graham crackers
Boy.
seem a bit much.
It's supposed to be s'mores. It's so gross.
How much is it?
A
$50.
grande would be like $5.20 something.
You're losing. That's a loss leader. It's got to be a loss leader.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, and I'm sorry, this isn't a big commercial for Starbucks. This is just
No.
we're just curious. 'cause
Obviously,
we
that
go there all
last
the
part
time.
wasn't a commercial.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. What is the best way to order a coffee? Because when I go there,
Oh, that's a great question.
I know right away. But I don't call them. I don't know what the venti, the tall. Like I don't know really what that is.
I still say
I order the
large.
same thing every
Yeah,
day,
same here.
right? And now I order through the app, so I don't have to talk to anybody, which
Yeah.
is great.
Smart.
What is the worst way someone would come and approach you and try to order that you've experienced? So you only have a certain.
So I volunteer
Viewpoint.
at other stores.
Yes.
And so I went to another store, and I had a nightmare experience with this lady. She came up and she's like, "Can I get a venti triple shot latte?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "But I want it 191 degrees.
Oh.
And can you do Rosetto shots? And I'd also like that extra dry with."
What does extra
whipped
dry
cream."
mean?
Extra dry means all foam.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that means you want a cappuccino? Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, was he just being a dick?
Yeah. Oh, she,
Or
He
she?
was an uninformed
was-
today.
She
and
was
then
uninformed.
I'm from the Midwest, so I kept call everybody darling, sweetie,
Yes.
So how you got this job?
cutie pie.
Yeah.
But I told this lady, darling and sweetie, and she goes, I am not your darling.
Damn.
Not your sweetie. And I was like, okay.
Whoa.
Now here's
Someone needed her coffee.
yeah, and she's never gonna get it.
Man.
My wife's ordering
Time for a liter of
crutch.
cola time.
She gets. I don't want a large pharma.
It's for a cop.
Yes.
Do you get peeved if someone orders like a grande and a venti cup? Does that bother you? Carrie always does that.
No, because that's super easy. And then
Room for cream,
And that's
I
like
guess.
a bunch of room for cream.
All right, last
not so
topic,
bad.
and this is
Topics.
we've discussed and we even sampled the unicorn frappuccino on
Yes.
this show.
Not good.
Have you heard about the ombre pink drink?
I have. We actually just learned how to make it. It's actually not all that hard to make, and it's actually pretty good.
Really? It sounds awful to me, Oscar. Tell me what you think.
Well, I hear ombre, I hear hairstyle because
Yeah.
my girl was obsessed with it.
I
for a
think
while.
of one bad ombre.
Yeah.
Walking in and ordering a mix of coconut milk,
It's like machete.
limeade, and passion fruit iced tea.
See,
The different flavors separate, so the pink is on the top, and the bottom is creamy.
I don't think that's as foreign as you think.
it sounds weird, but I think that it's better if you like things that aren't as sweet. Actually, I would go with that because it's the limeade stuff is not sweet.
Oh, it's,
Okay.
it's almost bitter.
It's
Limeade
not bitter.
is-
It's like
well,
sour.
It's limeade is more intense than lemonade.
Yeah, but if you want it sweet, then get it with strawberry acai.
That works. I look. The way I look at it is when I go and make a soda bomb, right?
Right.
If I have, let's say, ginger ale,
Right.
and then I put like I have regular Coke, right, and then I put root beer.
Sure.
So let's even if I just put regular Coke and root beer,
Right.
right? I know when I put my straw in there, it's not really going to mix unless I mix it up.
You got to.
So sometimes I'll get regular Coke and sometimes I'll get root beer, and that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I like Coke and Sprite together.
Really?
Yeah, we used to call it a Sproke.
No.
No?
Why? I feel like it would be too sweet.
From a guy mixing root beer and Coke?
That's a good call.
At least there's the tang. Hey, man, the Sprite offers some tang.
Astronauts drink it.
Spoke.
All right, very good.
Yes.
Thank you for the clever insight.
Yes. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Can I also clarify one thing?
Yes.
Yes, because I'm
That
totally confused.
Unless you specify what is in the drink, a dragon frap is not real.
Okay.
It's not a real thing. Everybody comes in. Can I get a Java, like a dragon frap, please?
What is that?
It's like matcha powder with raspberries. It's really gross looking and sounding.
Is it good?
No.
No,
No?
does it?
I've
Does
never
it?
even heard of that before, but it sounds
Also-
cool. Like I'm gonna go
Does
to
it-
battle afterwards.
Does it get your standard review? It looks like poop.
Yep.
Okay,
I
well,
get to know.
now you know.
I think there's a lot of questions that have been answered. People, whether they believe it or not, have been thinking about.
Yeah, you got to
Right?
get to the bottom of it.
And that dragon perhaps sounds interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The name alone might have sold me.
Yeah, I like
Like
it.
you go to martial arts class afterwards.
You show up in a
Right?
karate gi.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Hey,
like
man.
the unicorn
Why
frap.
not?
It's not good.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Do you ever, if someone were to order something that didn't exist, would you ever just go back and make something up?
Oh,
I
that'd be
should
great.
start doing that.
That's what you should do.
That's a good idea because they have no idea what they're talking about.
That's the best way to get fired. Okay, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, Oscar has some cool stuff that could be disappearing from our lives in the next few years.
This is gonna help you or hurt you. You'll find out.
All right, we're back after this. It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Fantastic, exciting, new, does twice the work in half the time. It's Ponyboy 3000. If you have TMOS trouble, he'll fix it before you can say sugar glider. He solves every problem, retrieves any password, defrags any disk. It's Ponyboy 3000. He speaks, he smokes, he moves at the speed of sound. The Ponyboy 3000, always ready to assist you. Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Get ready for the fun.
The fun. He moves at the speed of sound.
Fun.
You know what I love about Ponyboy is when he hands me a business card.
Pony boy.
Yes.
Yes, because he got his cards from Vistaprint, and Vistaprint is the spot for any sort of custom product, and they are all about helping out small businesses. And make no mistake, we are essentially a small business right here, and we've gotten signage and cards and everything from Vistaprint, but there's one Vistaprint deal that remains unbeatable. Right now, you can get 500 business cards for just $9.99 when you enter promo code TMOS at checkout. That's 500 cards for under $10, Oscar.
Michael W. Snook. was a smart man when he sent in his Snook investigative services.
I think Snook.
Snook.
Yeah.
Snook.
Snook.
What? But if he's a private investigator, didn't he snook around?
Yes, he did.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, in the state of Oregon, he's a private eye, a PI. He sent this beautiful card in, both sides. You can actually get your notes on the back. It says, thank you.
That's
you
cool.
cannot go wrong.
I love when they do two-sided
Yeah.
cards. And Vistaprint does that. They do everything. You can upgrade the stock. You can even do raised lettering. The best thing about Vistaprint is everything is so easy to customize. You can put any picture, any graphic, or if you don't have that, they've got thousands of templates that you can just jump in
Super quick.
and make a card. We have all made custom cards at Vistaprint.
Nice.
It's easy and they look great. 100% user friendly. And the best thing is the customer service. If you are not 100% happy, they will make it good every time. So remember to use the code TMOS at Vistaprint.com and you'll get 500 business cards for $9.99, and that is a 50% savings. Just visit Vistaprint.com, be like all of us, and create your custom card and use promo code TMOS at checkout. The quality is great, easy to customize, and you can't beat the deal. Again, 500 cards for under $10, $9.99. Remember, Vistaprint.com, use the code TMOS. Don't wait, do it today. Love me some Vistaprint, boy. The thing about cards never go out of fashion.
No.
They've always been around, they'll always be
For
around.
that and watches, people thought watches were going to die, and they're like, nah, you look like an adult when you have a watch on.
You do.
Look
But there
responsible.
are things that may not be around forever.
Yes, Rob he's got lists. Lists
I love
for
me
days.
a list, boy.
Usually I'm like, man, that list was too long. But this list is great.
It's a good one.
He sent me a list of technology that may be extinct by 2025.
Which is not that far away, 8 years. And to
no.
be honest, when he looked at me and said, this is a good list, I said, what?
Yes.
Huh? You like it?
Again, maybe more like will be. And think about this. And I picked a few. I cherry picked because there's so many here, right? The yellow pages. The yellow pages, I can't believe are still around.
I've
The
been
new
saying
phone
this for
book
years.
is here. The new phone book
Right?
is here.
They still
Yes.
make those?
They still make them.
I am shocked to find that out. Does anyone have a phone book in their home right now?
No.
I
I
throw
don't.
them out.
Yeah.
Every time
Ashley,
they're around.
You have one?
I do. I use it because I'm not tall enough to reach things, so I use it to.
Okay.
Oh.
Not really its intended use.
It's a booster seat.
It is.
Declines of yellow pages began in 2007. It's reported that in 2010, print took in $8.7 billion in advertising.
Right.
And in 2016, just last year, they only took in $3 billion. The idea that they're still making $3 billion in print advertising kind of blows my
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But
Same
wow.
with junk mail.
Yeah.
Everything
It
else.
is, it is a large bound piece of junk
Yeah,
mail.
my
And they're a
apartment-
pain in the ass to throw away.
Oh, yeah. My apartment complex just tosses them all in the trash right away.
Did you
Within
know
a
that
week.
Adrian can tear a phone book in half?
Ah.
He's got
I
that
did not
wicked
know
strength.
that.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. You have to unmute your mic.
You know what? Now I regret everything about that whole remark.
You set him up and then you set him up.
I did. Ha ha. So they're still
I think he
getting-
said it's true.
What is the percentage? It went from what to 3 billion?
8.7 billion to 3 billion. That's print advertising overall. But a quick sidebar. I remember
I think there's a lot of auto renewal in there.
in the last time I saw yellow pages or anything was when they stacked them up outside my condo for everybody, and everybody just left them there
Just
for
take
a
them.
month.
Yeah,
no
nobody
one,
wants them.
not one person.
Oh my
took
God,
one.
were they wrapped or
Wrapped.
Okay, so
Like-
they could get rained on.
Like take these, and then I remember somebody sending out an all unit email where it said, "We're gonna throw away the yellow pages. It doesn't seem like anybody wants these."
yeah, you know what? That's not a bad threat.
Yes.
Take them away.
Two, in 2001, I was sitting at a Silver Diner on Rockville Pike in Montgomery County, Maryland.
Right.
And I heard two guys in suits next to me. Mind you, back then I probably had an Abercrombie visor on, just douching it up
Right.
all day long, right?
Sure.
And they were talking about creating an online Yellow Pages. And the guy was explaining to the other business guy that, you know how the Yellow Pages are there? We can create a virtual directory online. And they were talking about creating like superyellowpages.com. They had all these URLs they had bought.
Wow.
And I remember seeing that, I was like, that sounds like a really smart idea.
Yeah, but you
They're
know what?
probably billionaires now.
Isn't a virtual Yellow Pages just Google?
Well, but think about the timeline.
Yeah, you're right.
In
you know what?
2001,
You're right.
like we were still using Dogpile, and you had to go to the library to figure that out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Lycos.
Yeah, I mean that
Ask
was
Jeeves.
Well, that was the tech boom and the tech bubble. But
Right.
still, the idea that the Yellow Pages, if they had played their cards right, they're such. You think Yellow Pages think information?
You know what they do have? It still has a brand.
And it has a brand online. They were a little too late to turn,
Yeah.
but that's, I just remember sitting there thinking about that, but that will be gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
And you know what? Think about the carbon footprint that will change.
Huge.
That's a lot of paper, man.
Yeah, again, this next guy is probably at the top of my list as well. Supermarket cashiers. Now, I do not like
conflicted.
the idea of people losing their jobs. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But I would say people don't have to lose their jobs if they stop being cashiers. They can actually take that same workforce and work on the customer service side of the experience of being inside the store.
Yeah, you're right.
How many times have you walked around a Giant, as my mom would say, or Safeway?
Yes.
And you're like, just want to find this. And then I don't think the last time, I have to go ask someone. No one's like, hey, can I help you?
Right, you're right. You got to find them. You do have to find them. I spend a long time in the grocery game.
Yeah.
And I think at best you should have cashiers, but you're right. They're lacking in customer service. I can't get past the fact I hate self-checkout.
It's right across the street. It's great.
No, it's horrible.
You don't talk to anyone. You just go in, get out, boom, bam, you're out.
If I had been your cashier, you would have loved talking to me.
No, I don't
You
like
would've.
small talk. I'm late for work.
My talk was huge.
Well,
Huge.
Yes.
My issue is I do like a self-checkout, but the only place I don't like it is at a grocery store, because if I'm getting like vegetables and stuff,
Gotta look
I don't
it up.
want to have to punch in.
Work. It's not like you know more about this electronics than we do.
Yeah, but I don't
You
know.
just look for the
And
vegetable.
Pony,
hit
look
the
at your build. You shouldn't be eating vegetables.
So you really want to have to remember or like go through like the 10 different types of tomatoes and try and figure out which code is yours?
Sorry.
No.
I'm just saying.
I always pick the wrong tomato.
See?
Story of my life.
It'll be gone within, what now, 2025, we're talking
8
about
years.
8 years, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's replaced by total self-checkout, I don't mind when you're given the option. I
Yeah,
can see them
yeah.
phasing them out. But also a high-end grocery store like I hate to say it, Wegmans, they really, really focus on the interaction between
Yes.
the cashier and the
Oh, I bet.
customer.
I
and
bet.
that's not great either.
Mine has 60 registers. Ugh. It's crazy.
That's too much.
That's right.
That's
and
way
10
too much.
parking spaces.
DVD
like it.
players. DVD players will be gone. I just tossed
Yeah.
one 3 days ago.
Now, in this...
Blu-ray DVD, gone.
Gone?
Blu-ray?
Blu-ray, gone.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't
Not
have time for
the,
that junk.
Not for the audio video files.
Don't you think you can get the same quality from a high-def download?
Well, okay, from a download, yes,
Yes.
but not from streaming.
But
I get
also,
it. But-
this is
but
a list
think about
saying that...
space.
And also, you know what? Advancing 8 years. That's not going to be a backward step.
If you have
No,
a disc
no.
in 8 years, that's going to be vinyl for you.
Yeah.
Right?
And that
Yeah.
that I feel bad about because I don't see DVDs and Blu-rays having any sort of romantic cachet like vinyl did.
No.
It's
No,
just
not at
it's
all.
Space.
There's a Miami Vice DVD in my car right now. That, by the way, it only
Slow down.
Yes, the
Like
one with
the-
Jamie Foxx and
Oh,
Colin
not
Farrell.
the TV show.
Not the TV show.
Okay, I
How
was
fast
thinking.
does that go?
And I think that may be the last DVD I own, or even Blu-ray, because I just stream everything.
Yeah, I had to. Well, it depends on what you're looking for. I had to go to Amazon and buy the Blu-ray of Roller Coaster because it was not available on demand.
Got it. Ashley.
It's they are even making computers now. Like most of the computers they make now don't have CD drives. Like
Yes,
the
true.
laptops.
Yeah, you don't.
Absolutely.
You got to
no
buy
need.
the peripheral.
Yeah,
I
there's
have
no
it.
need.
Yeah, there's no need. Absolutely.
I have the peripheral that plays 45.
Speaking of no need, landlines will be gone by 2025. If you're in broadcasting, you can no longer get an ISDN line, which is a dedicated line to the studio.
We tried.
I would say in 10 years, they're no longer servicing landlines unless they're for emergency use or the elderly.
Break my heart. Break my heart.
Do you still have one?
I have one.
Why do you're so cheap? You shouldn't be paying for that.
It's not really cheap, but you know what the problem is?
Yes.
Is that we literally have spotty coverage in my neighborhood. And
Oh, you know what? I have called Rob, and he sounds like he's at the bottom of the
Yeah.
well.
And I
The
have
well
to-
that
I
that
mean,
baby fell in
even
years
if-
ago.
Baby Jessica.
Yes.
Even if I walk outside and stand in an open field in my neighborhood, the
It's
coverage is spotty.
Why do you think that's Leesburg has a ton of people that live there?
I know.
Why do you have spotty coverage? Are you behind a mountain or something? A hill?
I don't necessarily entertain a lot of phone
It's just out in
So
sticks.
why not send me a telegram?
But in 10 years, you may not have that
I
option.
hope so. You know what? The whole thing that bothers me is the notion of a power outage. And if we were to
Why,
lose...
you hate the dark?
No. Is that if you lose power, you can still, and you can't recharge your
Ah,
phone,
yeah.
you can still use a landline.
Do you have a bug out bag in case things go south in Leesburg?
I do not have a bug out
I have
bag.
one in my trunk right now.
Do you really?
Yes.
Is that why the Miami Vice DVD is
Yeah.
in your car? So you can run away and
That's
watch
the
that
bug
movie.
out.
Got everything there. Shannon has one in her back and in the back of her trunk, and my mom has the same one. Has
Really?
everything there. Yes.
Water?
Yeah, and we have a plan to meet
Where?
where the bomb didn't go off.
Okay. You know what? If the bomb goes off, come to my house.
Okay.
Just don't use your cell phone.
Keep that in mind. With North Korea and all. I'll say this.
They're targeting Leesburg.
Having a different remote for every device. How many remotes
Yes.
do you have on your coffee table?
Right now, the one in my main TV room, there's a row of, I think, 6.
That is disgusting.
Isn't it? And you know what? It should
You're
all
a
be.
rube.
It
You
should.
know tech. How dare you?
It should all be on your phone by now. It should be
You
on your
can
phone.
do that. Christmas is coming. Oh, we're not getting presents for each other. Maybe Santa will bring you one.
Oh, Yanta Claus.
Yeah, Yanta Claus. Would you take the time to program it though?
Yeah.
It's super easy.
Yeah, it's the only thing I don't like about having it on an app is that you don't have the feel of the buttons, so you have to look down.
What are you, a textile guy? What's
You
going
have
on?
to look down. You have tactile.
Tactile.
You have to
Textiles.
look down.
Textiles.
At the
Are you making ceramic tiles?
Textiles is fabric.
Damn it. Do you like silk buttons?
But here's a question I have: if you do the virtual thing on your
I'm an
phone,
idiot.
I recently had to go and buy a remote control knockoff because a certain dog, who will go nameless, ate my DVD remote.
Linus.
Well, he probably was like, this is ancient technology. I can chew on this.
But
Schlinus.
Schlinus ate the remote. But when I got the knockoff Sony remote, it doesn't have all the buttons that are precise. Like, it doesn't have the same button for input and menu and stuff.
Okay.
So the ones that are like native to the machine, do they match up all those buttons?
Oh yeah, with almost any universal thing, that you're gonna have every single like proprietary button for each device. And
I need a control for the dog is what I need.
yeah, that's what you need.
Again, you'll be able to get it worked out.
Okay.
But you can seriously consolidate all that, not just into your phone, but probably into like one universal remote.
I
Not
will
like-
save a fortune on AA batteries.
Fax machines, that's a given. I'm going to run through these pretty quick
Why
now.
are they still around?
I agree.
In a weird way, I just set up one for my mom. I remember when fax machines took thermal paper.
Yes.
And my father would be
Yes.
overseas, and he would always like fax us instead of email us. He would fax us like little notes. And
I still
man, I had
don't
a-
love you.
A sad childhood. I remember standing in front of that fax machine and hoping that something came out.
Just staring at it.
That is so sad.
The most common fax that his father
And then when the
sent
fax came through, I'd run around the house with a piece of paper and yell, "Dad wrote."
and it was 200 degrees
Papa.
and curling up and turning brown. Yeah. The most common fax that Oscar's father sent said, "Make sure there's paper in the fax machine."
We had a dedicated fax line growing up.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, it's cool.
And we still have one now because if you go to my house, so fax machines at that point cost like, I would say $400,
Sure.
right?
A facsimile.
Yeah.
machine.
Now I bought one, a brand new one. They probably just are getting spare parts and rebuilding these
Sure, of
things.
course they are.
It's $29. What? $29.
That's sad.
And it looks cooler than the one my dad ever had, and it's not as big as a couch.
But I mean, it's a fax machine. How cool does it look?
Yeah, there's no need to fax where you text or use WhatsApp or anything else that's free out there.
Scan it on a printer.
Scan it on a phone. You don't even have to, do you still scan it on a printer?
I can if I need to send a document.
Turbo scan. It is so easy. I scan with my phone, takes 3 pictures, and then it aggregates all 3 pictures together, gives you the best image.
Really?
Into like a
phone.
PDF or something?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Awesome. Now I'm glad I bought that printer.
Carrie, we can scan all our documents. Let's buy this. Delivery jobs. You've seen the robots running around
Droids.
DC. Have you seen them just driving out of the city?
Yeah.
Because I took a video of one that was running around, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it. These little, I would just say, imagine a party cooler with wheels, right?
Yes.
These little guys, I think in the long run, along with the Amazon drones,
Yes.
are going to revolutionize the way that we deliver. There's actually a service now through these ride sharing services that they'll deliver as well. We got the pizza done that one time.
That's right.
But I don't like jobs being lost, but I think you're a fool to think that a lot of these jobs are going to be automated, and it would be wonderful if these companies that, let's say, a pizza delivery service is going to now start using these jobs, would help transition their current drivers, if they've been there for long enough, not like a seasonal guy,
Right.
into another skill set to
what
say,
they do,
this is how you run this.
It wouldn't be too tough to train them in fulfillment.
Yes.
Because that will still require a human element, is loading up the cooler that has the thing in it.
Yeah.
People have worried about this for decades.
automation?
I mean, forever, that the jobs are going to disappear, but throughout history, the jobs just change.
That's it.
They
You're
move
right,
around.
Tony. It's a lot of wisdom.
I'll combo these credit cards and checks. I agree. We'll be paying with our phone with everything.
Yeah.
I think that checks will go before credit cards. Checks in the long run, if you think about running a business, they are going to take the monotony and admin out of any type of accounting or traffic.
Yes.
Did you
out
know
of
that's
that
the number one
side.
morning show in India? Monotony and admin.
So I think eventually they will go, but you will still have. I don't know if credit cards will ever go away.
I dread writing checks. I think the only checks we write is rent for here.
Yes.
And Chinese food delivery for me. That's the only
You pay
check
with a check?
every time.
You rube.
Why is that a
Checks
rube?
are for
Poor people.
90-year-old men.
Yes.
They are.
And 46-year-old.
All right. This last one.
Yes.
How much time do I have?
Yeah, you get a full minute.
Okay, full minute. Thank you. Cords and chargers. I have talked about this and dreamt about this for, I would say now 10 years.
Okay.
There are wires upon wire. It's a Radio Shack in my office upstairs at the house.
It's the worst.
And I don't have enough room, so it's as organized as best as possible, right? Well, the day comes, and there's this new technology that Disney talked about just, I would say, 3 months ago, where they have figured out to set up a core in your house, like imagine a pillar.
Okay.
Or a stripper pole that emanates a certain
Now I'm listening. Could be
a certain level of charge into the room within a 10-foot radius that is not harmful to humans.
Right.
That room, I think in the future, will exist in most of these houses where you can just throw things in there and they'll start charging.
As long as it's within
induction.
10 foot.
Yeah, within 10 feet.
That's crazy.
No cords, no chargers. In 10 years, we will laugh about snaking cords everywhere.
And my teeth have never been whiter.
Think about your board right now that you are working on.
Yes.
The mixing board that Rob uses to run this show, it is completely wireless.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're close.
Very close.
We are close.
Just
Now, if
gotta
it would
get the
charge
electricity into it.
wirelessly, yeah, it'd be pretty good.
That would be good. Wow, that is neat.
Yeah.
And it's just like a pole.
A pole.
What would be awesome if you built it into like the corner of your room.
All I would do is just walk in and throw stuff in there. Like phones, the Beats headphones that are Bluetooth.
I
like
don't know
all that.
why
I would
he's just throwing it.
Because
Be gentle, man.
dude, you're in a hurry. I throw a mattress on the floor and just throw all my electronics in there.
Okay.
Loki, you know that Apple's going to have their own charging cord and then your charging port, and you're also going to have to have an
this is
Android
true.
Yeah,
one.
they'll whore you somehow.
Somehow.
They'll get you.
And you know
Big
what?
time.
And just like I've always said, thank you. Thank you, Apple. All right, take a break, come back. Oscar Razzi.
Yes.
Nice after this. Hey. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Remember when you used to listen to the radio? I mean, you used to like to listen to the radio. You liked the songs. You liked the disc jockeys. You liked hearing stuff on the radio. Those days are gone, right? Wrong. Because Rob Radio is back. It's radio the way you remember it. And you can listen this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning on The Wave in Ocean City. And if you're not in Ocean City, you can listen on 971thewave.com or download their app. You can take Rob Radio anywhere you go. The Rob Spiewak Show and you, perfect together.
Rob Spiewak.
Memorial Day special on The Wave on Rob Radio.
The Wave.
Summertime Records, don't miss it. It's good stuff. If you buy something, Oscar.
Oh my God, are you going to play the Summertime Mix?
Yes.
Today?
No, that's July 4th.
Damn it.
That's
Don't
Independence
you have a
Day.
Memorial Day? Like Memorial Day?
Oh, the jingle?
Yes.
The Bad Pam
Yes.
jingle. It was Memorial Day is 3 days away. I'll play Tuesday.
Okay.
I'll
No.
email it to you.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
What are we doing on Monday?
Best
We're doing
of.
the
Best
best
of.
of.
Could you give him that jingle?
Please.
Please.
It's like giving a piece of my soul, but yes.
Just give it to him because I know if it was a Monday, it was a Memorial Day,
You
I
wanna
would
hear the
love to
jingle.
hear it.
All right, you got it.
Cool.
All right, if
Absolutely.
you buy something, say something.
Yeah.
I did not buy that jingle, but I will say that it's a great jingle. I want to say hi to a guy who has been a big fan and a good fan for a long time, Rob Leatherland. He lives in Fredericksburg, Virginia. He just graduated with his nursing degree, and guess what? Bought all of his scrubs through our Amazon site, and will continue to do that. I'm sorry,
Thank
he
you, sir.
graduated from X-ray school. Forgive me, I didn't want to.
Nursing.
Hey,
X-ray school. Get it
X-Ray
right.
School. They're both great. Love them all. But thank you, Rob. That is really awesome. Also, he said with his first paycheck, he's going to buy a bonus show
Oh,
back.
thank you, man.
Rob
Appreciate it.
Leatherland is the best.
Congratulations, by the way.
Been a fan for a long time, and we appreciate it. All we're saying is this. Everyone shops on Amazon, so when you shop Amazon, access it through our website
got everything
or
you
through
need.
our app. It doesn't change anything for you, and it changes the world for us. It's the best and easiest way to support this show. We appreciate it. Do your Amazoning through TMOS, and thank you all. Now, last one of the week, Oscar Rotzi.
Happy Friday. Yay!
Yes?
Gentlemen,
Uh-huh.
politics.
Oh,
we
I
don't
love
love
it.
talking about them here on the show, but we know about them simply because we live in this country, and what's going on around the world is pretty surreal.
We are in the most powerful city in the world.
I don't care about your political persuasion. I care about the comedy that comes with it.
Right.
Listen to this. We heard that The Rock is thinking about running for president.
It was a sort of a cornerstone bit on Saturday
Yeah.
Night Live's
Right?
season finale, yeah.
Yes. Think about this. If you had to make a top 10 list of celebrities you would want to be president, how do you think that list would go? Who's your top guy? Just
Top guy for president?
if you had to have a celebrity.
You know what? This is not, I mean, it's not possible by the law. Arnold proved himself as a good leader in California. I would
Okay.
think Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold, but he can't technically because he wasn't born here,
yeah,
right?
that's right. We could
Pony?
change the Constitution.
Oh, easily Mike O'Mara.
Oh, nice. For president. Well done, Mike. You heard that. This man deserves a raise. All right.
And I know his slogan, too hip to be president.
10. Oh, Ashley. I
But what
apologize.
about Queen Beyonce?
Oh, Bay?
Balls.
It's going to take away from her performances in her albums.
She doesn't want to take the
You know?
pay cut.
And she's got the twins coming up. That's 4 kids. It's a
yeah.
lot to
It's
do.
the perfect family
You can't break
picture.
that glass ceiling with a lot going on in her performance career, right?
That's right.
As far as being an artist, an entrepreneur.
But I would love to see her finding some sort of presidential outfit that doesn't cover her legs.
The fashion.
Yes.
Ashley's sexually charged
Right,
today.
the ass
All right, let's go 10-1.
All right.
Number 10, America Votes 2020 presidential campaign. The celebrity that you would want to see run.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr.
What?
Is Kanye on that list?
Let me get to it. 9, Bill Nye.
I'm definitely down
I would
for that.
go with Bill Nye.
Hell yes.
And can we get you a lozenge or something? Are you well?
She got so excited.
Settle. But Robert Downey Jr. is drug past. I mean, he's a great actor.
Hey, America loves a comeback.
Yeah, but he's not.
And he's been sober.
Okay, so have I.
Number 8. That's a lie.
Since last night.
Stephen Colbert.
No.
Number
And besides,
7.
CBS would never let him go. He's finally at number 1.
Chuck Norris.
Boo!
Boo.
Not even a
lot of bad
punchline.
memes if that happened.
Yeah.
6, Clint Eastwood.
Boo.
No, talking to a chair, no good.
Number 5, Jon Stewart.
Him, I could
Yeah.
go for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'd be the funniest president.
Number 4,
since Millard Fillmore.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes.
Your top 3, Morgan Freeman at number 3.
Oh,
number
hell yeah.
2, Ellen DeGeneres. And number 1, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks would be a good president.
Well, I would see, right? You got to look at see what the reviews
He's a
are.
modern-day
how they're
Jimmy
gonna
Stewart,
fix the
so-
budget. There's a lot more than just likability.
Well, I think what we've learned for the past, year or so,
anything can happen.
America loves to
Yes.
research their candidates.
Yes. All right. Now, speaking of Jon Stewart
Yes.
and HBO, did you know? I think that we briefly had mentioned this in one of the entertainment pages or Oscarazzi, that Jon Stewart, after he left the Daily Show, he left and he had a production deal with HBO, right?
Right.
A 4-year production deal with HBO.
Where he could develop any project
So
he
much
wanted.
so that they set him up with like a studio at his place,
Yeah.
and he could go and walk down anytime he wanted to do anything, where it's voiceover, an animated series, anything,
Sure.
right? What they were going to work on was an animated short project, but just yesterday, Jon Stewart and HBO announced that they are not going forward with the much anticipated animation project, a
Darn it.
setback that was supposed to be the next a setback for what was supposed to be the next step of his post late night career. And I mentioned that for context because I've been waiting for this project to come out.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been forever. I will say this, that the pressure of television seems to have taken its toll on John, because he says this, I quote, appearing on television 22 minutes at night clearly broke me. This is what Stewart is saying. I'm pretty sure I can produce a few minutes of content every now and again, but it just didn't seem to work for the animation project, right?
Okay, so he's not ruling out another project,
Yeah,
just this
he's
project.
he's still working with HBO,
Okay.
but that has been shelved.
That's wild. Because they got pretty far with it.
But think about that statement that the 22 minutes a day broke him, right? And it's not because he's a weak man or I think that he should power through something like that. If that much pressure goes into producing a show like that, and it's like boom, 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 like all the time because this news cycle changes so quickly,
right?
That's got to be rough, and you got to be on your A game at all times.
All times.
And then when someone asks you, like, we just need 5 minutes of your time, but give your A game 5 minutes of your time.
Tough, man.
Those reps, it's like almost like not working out when you've been in shape forever to get back to it, right?
Yeah. And do you think maybe there's a bit of sarcasm when he says it broke me? It's hard to read him.
Yeah, but he's also saying, like, there is sarcasm,
right?
But he's also saying, we couldn't pull off the animated shorts because of technical and time. We're going to do something else.
Okay, well, I just hope he gives us some product because not only is he backbreakingly funny, he is a really nice guy and a class act.
He is still under that contract,
right?
So I'm sure they're going to work something out, right?
Good.
And you guys remember that former playmate in LA, which was at the gym, and she took a Snapchat of an older lady.
Oh, body shamer.
Body shamer. She's 30. She was a Cyber Girl of the Month. Playboy Playmate of the Month and Playmate of the Year in 2015.
Yes.
Her name is Danny Mathers. And I thought it was just one of those social shaming issues where people were like, okay, she clearly body shamed.
Yeah.
She's a hot blonde in her 30s or just turned 30. She was a former Playmate. Now she's getting what she should be getting for being a mean girl, right?
Right.
I didn't know that she was going to be sentenced in jail.
What?
Think about this.
For locker room surveillance type deals?
It's former Playmate sentenced for Snapchat body shaming of a naked woman at the gym. The woman, by the way, was an older woman. Last July, Mathers, 30, photographed a naked 71-year-old in the locker room of an LA Fitness in Beverly Hills.
Right, that means The Fitness.
Yes, The Fitness, La Fitness. And she wrote underneath, just to give you some more context, if I can unsee this, if I can't unsee this, then you can't either. And she wrote that with a little cap there, right?
Of course.
Now, her punishment is 30 days scrubbing graffiti around the city, and she could be sentenced for up to 3 years of probation.
Wow. So it's not just a moral issue, it's a legal issue.
I didn't know she was going to get any probation or she would even have to go to court.
She needs to do that app where the picture disappears.
I don't feel bad for her because what she did was absolutely atrocious and mean, right?
Right.
But I didn't know it got legal.
That's right. You know what? It's what I say every time I go in a locker room, Oscar. I scream it, watch your ass.
That is Oscar Razzi for today. I will go see Pirates this weekend.
Oh, excellent.
While it's getting horrible reviews, I just got to support Johnny Depp's lifestyle.
And watch out, Paul McCartney is in it.
Really?
Yeah, he has a brief cameo.
Oh,
Does he have a peg leg?
No, that's his wife. But thank you, Paul. Appreciate it.
Do we have little sounds?
We have tiny sounds, and we'll have them after this.
I'm picking up good vibrations.
Let's get to know our friends at KCJJ. Tom Suter. He loves to play guitar. He was a member of the popular rock and roll group, the B-52s. Tom stands an impressive 7'2" in his bare feet. Tom loves to tinker in his workshop and is responsible for inventing the bottle cap, cocktail sauce, and the Scotch tape dispenser. Tom is happily married now, but escorted Jill Clayburgh to the 1978 Oscars and got to third base. Tom studied baking for 9 years and made the wedding cake for many of Larry King's marriages. And Tom owns a magic stapler. But mostly, Tom is the general manager of radio station KCJJ, airing the Mike O'Mara Show since 2009. Thank you, Tom. And thank you, KCJJ.
1630 KCJJ.
I love me some Tom Suter, boy. I use that Scotch tape dispenser all the time, and I think, wow, Tom invented this.
How about that stapler?
It's magic.
Boy.
All right, if you want magic, you got to tune into the bonus show this week. We alluded to it earlier. It is one of those bonus shows that is off like a rocket and doesn't stop.
It'll set your Memorial Day weekend off right.
100 miles an hour when you're waiting in traffic on the Memorial Bridge. Make sure you check it out. It's the Bay Bridge, I should say. Guest stars, exciting races. Beat the Clock is played.
Oh, yeah.
And the best thing is when you do the bonus show, you're supporting
Fines.
the show. Whoa.
Fines.
That's
lots
the
of
biggest
fines.
part.
Yes, fines.
Debts and
Debts.
fines.
And credits. Debits. Oh, never mind.
We try to access a debtor via
The government.
the government debtor.
Yes.
And also the build of a linebacker. The future of the show depends on you guys supporting the bonus package. You know this. You know the drill. It's just important. To make this show happen, you need to subscribe. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com, click the banner, give it, get it, renew it. Just make sure you're on board. We need your help, okay? We appreciate it so much. Now, sounds. Oh, I love them. These are going to be great. This is so awesome. Shaq is great on television. No one will argue
Shaq
that.
in the pack to PGC?
But no. I'm talking about Shaquille O'Neal. He is an athlete. He plays basketball, played basketball.
Yes.
But
broadcaster now.
The best person that broadcasts basketball is, of course, Charles Barkley.
Yes.
And when they go head to head, that's when I put my hands together and rub them.
Nice.
This is great. This is after the Celtics-Cavs Game 4, and they pull no punches.
Shaq, you want to look ahead to Game 5 of this series?
Another must-win for Cleveland.
Oh, my goodness.
You don't want to mess around, Chuck. You have no idea what we're talking about.
It's a real must-win for Boston.
Because you've only been to the final once. So
I was riding on Dwayne Wade's and Kobe's coattails.
Doesn't matter, Chuck. I got the same thing you got, and I passed you up 10 years
Just letting you know. If I had been riding on Kobe's coattails, Dwayne Wade's, and Alonzo Mourning's, too. I forgot about him.
Must-win for those guys. Everybody knows you're a bum.
Rick Fox.
People question why
Alonzo's a bum?
Yes.
I would say this, Shaq.
No, it's a bust.
Why did that get so personal when we're talking about Game 5?
No, because Chuck always interrupt me. Don't interrupt me, Chuck. I'm going to punch you right in the face.
God
damn.
We're going to be moving some furniture.
Okay, I got you.
I'm going to throw one of these chicken wings at your fat ass. You going to grab it like what those birds do.
You going to do what?
Come on, man. Quit screwing around. Come on, man.
Yeah.
No, come on, man. You don't want to get on this old cheap suit Kenny got on.
Now, if the game was that entertaining,
oh my God,
I might
that was
actually
awesome.
be a sports fan. That's good stuff.
Bum is such a classic sports insult.
Oh, it
I
is
just love
great.
it.
That is like something you'd hear from like Burt Sugar, the boxing writer. That guy's a bum. He's a bum.
What set him off, though, was being interrupted again.
Yeah.
Man.
Pretty
I
great.
was just percolating for probably 4 broadcasts and it just exploded.
I love my dog, even when he eats my remote controls, but there's one thing I can't have. I can't have squeaky toys in my house because I don't like when a dog looks at you and just squeezes and goes, squeak,
That's
squeak,
like the
squeak.
funnest part of having a dog.
That's not the funnest part of having a
No,
dog.
that means take me out. Throw this thing somewhere.
We can play tennis ball. It doesn't have to make noise. Here's even worse when you give a big squeaky toy not to a dog, but to a horse.
Oh.
This is a horse having the time of his life. Starts slow.
Oh, he's figured it out.
I'd kill myself.
Do it for fun sometimes. Probably feels good for his teeth. Big horse teeth.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's enjoying the fun, yeah.
Right?
But he is relentless.
Man. Is that video? I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it is video. It's good stuff.
Put it on our page, please.
How is he doing? Is he just biting it real fast?
Shaking it.
Shaking it. Okay.
Shaking it. All right, I got to stop it.
It's so awesome.
Wow.
Anyway, so that
It's
is
a happy horse.
Horse having the time of his life. Now, I don't know if this is set up or not, but judging from the faces of the women on The View, I think this actually happened organically. To throw off John Kasich, who is one of their political bookings,
yes,
he came out and they asked him about, because everyone thinks they're going to ask him about the president.
Mm-hmm.
And their first question out of the shoot is the Katy Perry-Taylor Swift feud. Ooh. And you think he's just going to drop the ball, right? Yeah. He knows his stuff.
What is going on with Taylor Swift and Katy Perry?
I'll tell you. It's shocking everybody. You know what the thing is? Don't ever steal anybody's dancers is the message. But he knows. Maybe they're just trying to get some extra press. Although I don't know Taylor Swift needs any more press. In fact, she's kind of went into hiding, and now they say she's going to reemerge with a new sound, and she does have a new sound.
The new sound?
Well, there's a new sound that she put out this song "I Don't Want to Live Forever" with Zayn, who is One Direction guy.
What? Are you kidding me?
It's a lot different.
Wow, that was pretty impressive. This is not a joke.
No.
He schooled us in the meeting.
He's
very pop culture,
like he knows the stuff. It's a lot different. Then she wrote this song with Calvin Harris, who's the big DJ. You all know that.
Yeah,
and that was a song called "Lightning."
And you know
that Rihanna.
She's
she did date him for a couple weeks and
cup of coffee.
So anyway,
he's accurate.
I couldn't believe it, and
amazing.
I do think he really might know his
Man.
stuff. Pretty good,
Good
huh?
for him.
And detox tea. We talked coffee. We don't
Yes,
talk a lot about
coffee talk.
But this
Tea talk.
just out about detox tea.
Experts are warning that drinking detox teas, like those endorsed by celebrities, could reduce the effectiveness of birth control. But remember, the only truly effective form of birth control is telling people you're drinking detox teas.
And Oscar, because I love you.
Memorial Day.
What?
Memorial Day.
Thank you. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a
Thank
great
you.
Memorial Day weekend, everybody. We appreciate it. Hey, guess what? We're going to take Monday off like the rest of the world. Of
course.
But tune in. There's going to be a great best of for you.
Yes, sir.
And on Tuesday, Mike O'Mara back live in studio.
The Mike and Rob Show.
Have a great weekend, everybody, and feel better, Mike. Oscar, it's always fun to do the show with
Absolutely.
you. Thank you for
sir.
a great week. That's it, people. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. Don't forget to update our brand new app today. You got to do it today because you unlock the live 24/7 TMOS stream. All messages for our weekly mailbag can be sent to Rob with 2 B's. Hey, that's me. Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Our mailing address is TMOS, Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. And thank you again for listening. Have a careful and safe weekend. And remember what the holiday's about. Take a moment and reflect,
Yes.
okay? Join us again for the best part of your day. Tuesday, we're back. It's the Mike O'Mara Show. So long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
One last thing. Please remember that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is the best way to shop for anything and everything. So, shop Amazon and get there through our website. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Now, go in peace.
Memorial Day. Memorial Day.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.